Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
Whoa!
Ooh, punch.
Oh, that's you. Yeah, that's you. Go. Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly Word, episode 119, Nevos.
119 the best.
A little bit of an explanation behind the. It's fight week this week.
Mayweather, McGregor.
McGregor, Mayweather. Bit of a debate in the office as to who's going to win this one.
I don't think there's any debate that probably.
reckon?
I don't think there's any. There's been no debate that everyone thinks Mayweather's going to win.
Yeah.
But the fact is, who you're rooting for.
I think everyone's just trying to give Shane Brummer, our marketing manager, a bit of shit because he hates the concept of the whole fight.
And all he does is he's critical and he analyzes it every day and he listens to fucking. All I can hear out of coming out of his computer is YouTube videos of the fucking fight.
Yeah.
And press conferences.
Yeah.
And fighters talking about this person,
Yeah.
and he keeps giving everyone feedback.
And I told him, you know, you were there. Were you there yesterday when I said to him? I said, like, seriously, like, really, not that many people give a flying fuck.
Oh, a lot of people do, but
Yeah, but not really. Like, it's just entertainment. He lost it. He was not happy with that comment.
Yeah.
He thinks it's the biggest sporting event in the history of the world.
I'm a massive McGregor fan, so I'm keen as mustard.
Topics of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock, new products coming soon. Ready Fit Meals, ATP Seminar, and AskNeve.
Jam-packed episode of Weekly Word. We got how many questions? AskNeve as well. 14 questions. Damn, we better get to it. First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
Should I?
Yeah, it's not fresh though.
No, it's not even half fresh. It's not even half fresh cannoli. It's really quite horrible. I was actually I caught a. We got a little screen set up over here, guys. That's probably why you see us do this every now and again because we're looking at the screen. I caught a vision of it in the screen, and yeah, a bit of a disaster to be honest. Need to go see Rob, but we're going to put it off till next week.
The issue is with that little screen as well is back when we first started shooting videos.
Yeah.
When I looked straight down the camera.
Yes.
I fucking just used to freeze and never knew what to say.
Yeah.
Whereas if I looked at myself on the screen over here,
yeah,
and just talked to myself like I am
calm
in a mirror or
yourself
whatever,
down. You're like,
then
oh,
it's
I
fine.
know that person.
But
that's Neve.
But since then, it is me. But since then, obviously I've gotten better at it and I feel more comfortable.
Yeah,
but still, I still fucking like sit there like staring at the screen, just watching myself like I'm watching myself on TV. So
you do. Crazy.
Yeah.
What
Anyway,
a time to be alive.
Anyway,
first topic of discussion, Neve.
back in stock.
Yep.
So we got the Max's full range back in stock.
Everything.
Gentech full range back in stock.
Everything.
Evogen full range.
Also everything. I think about everything, Evogen.
A few people have asked, I'm just going to put it here just as a side note, is Cellchem is not available in Australia.
Yep.
So we don't have Cellchem.
Is Glycoject back all flavours?
I believe so.
Okay, fantastic. Boom.
Herbs of Gold full range.
Full range.
And Sparta Nutrition Kraken.
All flavours. Back in stock.
Yep.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
New products.
Hit 'em, baby.
So Finaflex PX.
Oh, good product from Finaflex. Makers of Stimulate, the very popular high potency pre-workout, have now dropped their fat burner. It's called PX. Don't really understand the name. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No.
But great fat burner. Very impressed. Very simple, but very impressive. Tastes delicious.
Overtraining solution now in 100 serves.
How many scorpions?
One product I've still
All
never.
of them
One
now.
product I've still never used.
You should, man. You won't know yourself once you fucking. You know, it got to a stage. I think I mentioned this in the raw review where we were completely out, and I had like the last few scorpions of every training solution, so I didn't have some for like 3 or 4 days. And like, that's really an ultimate test for a supplement. When you come off it and you notice like how shit everything is.
Yeah.
The supplement is working.
What did you feel?
wonders.
Muscle soreness?
Oh,
Sore?
ridiculous. So sore. And then as soon as I did back on it, and then 3 or 4 days later, gone. Love that shit.
All right. Gaspari Super Pump 250.
Finally, the return of the king.
The
Well, I
original?
wouldn't say king. Let's say the original. Return of the original Super Pump 250
Probably along with-
back in stock.
Probably wrong with the original Explode. It is the original King.
The OG, yeah.
Pro Subs My Cookie now in a lemon pound cake and a red velvet cake.
Fuck, man, these guys, these Pro Subs guys.
They do their bars and cookies well.
They should honestly, like, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but fuck the supplements, just do bars and cookies. Because really, like, they have nailed the shit out of my bars and my cookies.
Yeah.
Supplements, not so much. But good for them.
Their cookies are unbelievable.
They're ridiculous.
If you haven't tried them, you won't be disappointed.
And you used to be a big fan of Lenny and Larry's.
Oh, shit's all over Lenny and Larry's.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like night and day.
Yeah.
It's fuck.
Yep.
Mm.
Walden Farms maple syrup.
Yes.
Calorie-free maple syrup.
Yes, I have been using with my MTS Way waffle every morning. It's calorie-free, sugar-free. Well, I can't think we can say it. We say low calorie.
Yeah.
It's practically calorie-free, sugar-free, gluten-free maple syrup, and it is delicious.
Redcon 1 Big Noise Sour Gummy Bear.
Yes, now finally you can stack Big Noise with Total War and get the right flavours now to stack with Total War Sour Gummy Bear.
That's one thing that Redcon do very well, almost the best in the industry, is their flavouring of their pre's and stuff.
I wouldn't say best in the industry.
Who would be better?
I would say...
Who's better?
Honestly, De Novo.
They've got Utopia. They've got one
I know,
product. But I'm talking pre-workouts here.
Well, I'm not talking pre-workout.
Right,
No,
talk
have you the one that's on its way? It's not even here from the
Yeah. Celicore C4 Gen 4 60 Passion Fruit.
Yes, new flavour of C4 Gen 4 available now, passion fruit.
Coming soon.
Oh, next topic of discussion, Neve.
Miracle Lab Minos.
Yes.
Which are obviously aminos. Coming in October.
Yep.
Miracle Lab Patriots Way, October.
Yep. Both in all flavours. Minos in impeachment and Make America Grape Again. And Patriots Way in fortuitous keepsakes, double stuffed, and Yosemite s'mores. All coming in October, and I cannot fucking wait.
2 flavours of Minos I hate though.
Peach and grape.
Yeah.
Yeah, not great. Not great.
Disappointed, Doug. I mean,
should do it. How good would this be? American Minos in Australia gummy snakes.
Yeah.
And we can call it the ally version, because we're like allies and shit.
I get you. I get you.
You like that? Yeah, I thought you would.
MTS Peak Physical Powder.
Yes, also in October, MTS Peak Physical now going to be available in lemon lime flavored powder on its way.
Outbreak Nutrition Pathogen.
You know what? I think it's a myth, hey.
Well, I heard this week, and then I heard next week, and then...
Next month,
yeah.
And then 6 weeks, and then 8 weeks, and then it's never coming, and then they have to reformulate it because it's got DMHA in it. I think it could never drop.
I used it. I used a full scoop
Huh?
on. I reckon it was what day? Tuesday, I reckon it was.
Just to clarify, we do actually have a couple of tubs here at MJHQ, but it's not available for us to purchase and sell to you guys.
But I had a scoop just as shits and gigs at about 2 p.m. on a Tuesday arvo.
Yeah.
That shit fucking hit me hard.
It's very strong.
Yeah.
Too much sauce.
Way too much.
Anyway, I think it could be a myth similar to the next couple of products.
BSN Test Booster.
No ETA.
ON Fat Burner.
Also no ETA.
No.
Yeah. Group them all together. I reckon Optimum, BSN, Outbreak are fucking working together over there. Come up with these mythical products that never drop. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Ready Fit meals in all SA retail stores. All right, so all week now we're getting 2 deliveries of Ready Fit meals to our South Australian retail stores.
Yes, so now Ready Fit meals are delivering fresh meals to all of our retail stores all week long. So in the past, we used to have 1 delivery a week and you had to buy it at the start of the week or else you'd miss out. Because they've been selling so well, we now have a consistent flow of Ready Fit meals in all 7 South Australian MassiveJoes retail stores. Still just $10 per meal, still amazingly delicious. Can't go wrong there.
Mondays and Thursdays, so around lunchtime, depending on when the drivers get to the store. But Monday, well, if you're in Monday and Thursday afternoons, you should be able to get the fresh stock.
Well, you'll be able to get fresh stock
all the time.
Unless the store sells out.
Yeah, but we're talking like fresh shit.
Oh, you're talking like fresh.
We're talking like
not like half fresh.
We're talking like FOV.
You're talking like what does that mean?
Fresh off the van.
Fresh off the van. I like it. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
ATP Science Seminar.
Oh, this is your jam, homie.
Yeah, so next Tuesday we have Matt Legg and Jeff Deutsch, the owners of owners of ATP Science. Matt is the head formulator, naturopath.
Curly hair.
Yep.
You guys have probably seen him before. Actually, no, you probably wouldn't have seen him because they do podcasts, they don't do videos.
Yeah, you probably will.
Most people got no fucking idea what he looks like.
But anyway, so we've got...
You know what he sounds like.
Yeah. So we do at MJHQ have the ATP Science Seminar.
Yes.
What is it? Handbrakes to Health?
It's called Handbrakes to Your Health. But we, from a marketing perspective, we thought, let's drop the your and let's just call it Handbrakes to Health.
Yeah. And
so we've gone with that.
That's what we've gone with. But yeah, so 6:30.
Yep.
Here at MJHQ next Tuesday. Go to the events page on the MassiveJoes website.
Yep.
And you've got more information there. You can register via Eventbrite for a ticket.
Correct.
So obviously, everyone can come.
Yeah.
But we need to allocate numbers for seating and that kind of stuff.
I'm just gonna disclaim that, Big Neve, because not everyone can come. We've limited it to 200.
Whoa.
And there's less than 50 spots left. So link is in the description box. If you can't see a description box, just go to MassiveJoes.com/events. Click on the Handbrakes to Health seminar, and you click on that, and then there'll be a link to Eventbrite where you can secure a ticket. And if you're interested, do it, because once we reach 200, I mean, we can't have more than 200 people.
Oh, mate, people sneak in.
But where the fuck are we going to put them, mate?
Go stand. You might have to stand up.
On the mezzanine.
Yeah,
you have to watch it from the top level. So if you're interested, link is in the description box. It should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I got some questions of my own to ask the ATP guys about Handbrakes to Health. So yeah, should be good fun. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
AskNeve.
14 questions, Big Nevos. And they're fucking long questions. They're like, look at these things. They're not like 1 or 2 lines anymore. Look at the questions. Look how long they are. Unbelievable. Starting with Lord Vader from New Hampshire, United States. How are you guys able to progressive overload when no 2 workouts are ever the same, or exercises in the same order? Do you just mentally try to keep track of the weight you used for every exercise? That's a good question.
Yeah, just keep track of the exercise, and on that particular exercise next time, then you want to try and get more out.
Yeah.
The thing that I personally do when I'm writing programs for my clients or for people is I'll always start with the big 4 compound movements first.
You have that big benchmark type movement.
So bench press, squats, deadlift, standing overhead press as your 4 main compound movements. Yeah. And always hit them first, and always in each week aiming for more reps or more weight. Yeah. And that way you've got the constant factor and the constant variables. Yeah. If you go, as you said before, if you're changing too many things around, such as one week you're not doing it, the next week you're doing it at the start of the workout, you're doing it at the end of the workout. There's too many variables, and you don't really know what you plan on here. So keep that constant if you do want to do progressive overload in that sense. And yeah, that's probably my advice, is do that first. The other ones don't so much matter as much to take note of what weights you've used, but definitely the first one to make sure that each session you are progressing though. And yeah, go from there.
That's a good question. Pierre Bozzuto. Pierre, he lost the last question this week. Barney On's back. Oh. Pierre, of course, from the UK. Hi, very, very big boys. Pierre from Chester in the UK here. My question this week is about protein powders. Can you get away with eating from a tub of protein powder when the seal has been broken for a good few months, or it's beyond its expiry date? I was told that because there is no moisture in such products, they can be consumed way beyond their expiry date. However, because it's created from dairy, I've never had the guts to test this and end up throwing it away. That said, now we all have these vegan versions of protein powder. Do they keep better or worse? P.S. Joe, when you sack me off the last question, can I become the bookend and have the first question each and every week? As always, respect and stay massive. I'm happy to do that, Pierre. I think from now on, Pierre gets first question, Barney gets last question. All right. Done. Done deal.
Pierre, I personally have protein. At HQ here, we have a lot of tubs of protein open, and some of them do sit around for 3, 4, 6 months once they've been open and the seal's been broken. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you've got your tub lids, so they're pretty screwed on. Yeah. So it's not like you're going to get heaps of air or, as you said, moisture in there. Right. Because it is, as you said, a dairy, I mean, I wouldn't go eating it too far past its expiry. I mean, you probably can, but I wouldn't. I don't think that automatically, as soon as it hits the 23rd of November, it automatically is stale and it's off. And I don't think, especially when they put the date on there 2 years in advance or 3 years in advance. Yeah. But yeah, definitely, you'll be fine to use it after 6 months or so. Yeah,
I tend to agree with that.
As long as it's kept in like a shelf cupboard in your pantry or
in a cool, dry place.
Don't leave it in the boot of your car.
Yeah. But I tend to agree with that. Obviously, Pierre, don't go using protein powder that's fucking 6 years past its expiry. Not that you'd want to anyway. But if it's been sitting there and it's like a few months after, and let's say within 6 months of it being past expiry, I think it's probably going to still be good. Yeah. But if you start pushing it out, years, probably fucking shit off. Yeah. Jimmy. Hey boys, it's Jimmy from H-Town, Texas. That's got to be Houston, right?
No,
Houston, Texas. My question is about taking a pre-workout twice in a day. As I asked last week about lifting ass early in the morning, lifting ass? That's interesting. I was wondering, what should I look up if I wanted to take a pre-workout in the afternoon when I get time to do some cardio? Usually it's after work and I'm pretty dead tired and need a good pick-me-up to get some cardio in, or is it not recommended to take a pre-workout twice? So it's lifting ass.
Lifting ass.
Lifting ass in the morning, doing cardio at night.
Fuck. Living the life.
What a life.
Yeah, it's fine to take a pre-workout twice a day. I wouldn't be using a pre-workout before cardio though, really.
No, I'd use a fat burner.
Yeah, use a fat burner.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're getting ingredients in that you don't need do your cardio.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need your beta-alanine and your creatine and stuff to go for your walk.
No, or your nitric oxide booster or anything like that.
The main thing, I mean, I guess the thing here is is your caffeine and stimulants. Yeah. Which is where I would be trying to, like, at least space it out 6 to 8 hours minimum.
Yeah, minimum. But yeah, I'd do that, man. I'd take a weights-based conventional pre-workout before you lift ass early in the morning, and a fat burner in in the afternoon or at night before you do cardio. Yeah, that makes most sense. Jalil, J4Y L1L. What's happening, you very big boys? It's Jalil from the ADL. Hey fellas, what's your thoughts on stimulants and high blood pressure? Since you guys don't cycle off stimulants, do you guys get your blood pressure checked whenever you see the doctor? I have a friend who hasn't cycled off pre-workouts in over a year and his blood pressure had gone up to 147, which is in the high range. He's been off for about a month now and his blood pressure is down to 130, which is no longer in the high blood pressure range. Keep up the content, fellas. Loving every single video. Stay massive.
I do get my blood pressure and my heart checked.
Yeah.
For a number of reasons, but also for the fact that heart attacks run in my family. So I need to make sure I'm not going to just drop dead. Touch wood. But yeah, my heart, I'm a stim junkie, and as anyone knows, I fucking have that much caffeine. It's not funny. And my heart rate, average blood pressure is what, like 120/80, and mine's like 115/70.
So that's
actually low. It's actually lower than normal.
There you go.
So to me, it has no effect. I mean, I'm not saying that it does have. Obviously, it probably might have an effect on some people, but for me, it has no effect.
Yeah, I'm the same, Jalil. I get my blood pressure tested every time I'm at the doc, as well as, well, not every time I get my bloods done, but I get my bloods done quite frequently as well. And I haven't had any problems whatsoever. I don't consume as many stimulants as a big Neve over here, but I also haven't seen any problems. But general advice, I mean, if you have a history, especially like yourself, if you've got a history of cardiovascular disease or a history of high blood pressure in your family, you should probably be getting that shit checked anyway. You know, regardless of whether or not you're cycling on or off stimulants and pre-workouts and whatnot. I
think there's a lot of different lifestyle choices as well, and a lot of different
100%.
Health and body composition factors that bring it into effect. I mean, I didn't get it checked when I was a bigger boy.
Very big.
But I mean, now that I've obviously 15, 20 kilos lighter, like it's back down to that healthy weight range. So, which is the same as when I played footy when I was 73 kilos. So 25 kilos lighter. Yeah. So
definitely. Ingrid Hockenberry. Hi guys, Ingrid from Allentown, Pennsylvania, in the US of A. I'm going to Pennsylvania in a little bit.
Oh yeah?
It's Pittsburgh. About 2 years ago, I started a desk job and I had always been used to being on my feet for work prior. I've noticed it's been affecting my hips and my leg days in general from sitting down all day. My strength is down and I'm experiencing a lot of leg cramping. Any tips? My job won't let me get a standing desk and I've started training legs more, but it seems to be making things worse. Any advice is appreciated. You're the hip mobility specialist at the moment.
Yeah, well, I have heaps of problem because of like, it's from where I'm currently living to work. It's an hour drive in the morning and an hour drive home. Yep. So that obviously I'm sitting for 2 hours a day in a car. Then I come to work and I sit from 9 to 5 at my desk, getting up.
You get up. You get up.
I get up.
You go to the kitchen 17 times during the day for a meal.
I do get up, but what I'm saying is, well, all right. Well, let's say.
You know what you're saying. You're sitting. You're in a closed hip position.
Yeah.
For the majority of the day.
Yeah. Well, let's say 6 hours of my 8-hour day is spent in a closed hip position.
Plus 2 hours of driving.
So, and then obviously things as Ingrid said, but like doing legs and stuff and shortening of those muscles, I mean, your hip flexors are going to get incredibly tight.
100%. The
main things I've had to do, and I still have problems now, is every day, every morning I stretch now, which I didn't used to do, but stretch, my hip flexors, quads, glutes, everything. Because everything gets so tight, it's not just your hip flexors, it's your glutes, it's everything.
It's literally like the muscles get used to being in that closed hip position. So your glutes shorten, your hamstrings shorten, your quads actually stretch a little bit, your hip flexors shorten, and then when you go and train legs and you're doing leg type movements in an open hip position and the muscles are being pushed into shapes that they're not used to being in because you're in the closed hip position for so many hours during the day, that's what's giving you the problem.
Yeah. So especially stretching, but also your mobility work, and then obviously like foam rolling and massage and trigger point release. Yeah.
So there's a few things you can do there, Ingrid, but anything that's going to help with hip mobility in particular on a daily basis is going to alleviate some of those issues that you've been having, most definitely. Rabail Hafer has, he has Rabail from Oman. The fuck is Oman?
I don't know.
Middle East? I'm thinking like
that's racist.
No, it's not racist. I think it actually is. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, you guys know because you've just seen it on the map. My question is, are diet sodas good or bad? Drop some knowledge bombs, please.
I definitely wouldn't put diet sodas in the good category, but they're better than other alternatives.
Yeah, it's all relative, Rabail. If you're saying you got to compare it to something, is diet soda better or worse than drinking H2O, than drinking water? You'd probably say drinking water is better. Is diet soda better or worse than drinking full sugar soda? You would say it's better.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you're comparing it to. But I mean.
You get a lot of things, obviously, the artificial sweeteners in there, which have had many things said about them.
Artificial colours.
Your aspartame, your
Ace K.
Your caffeine content as well, which is going to affect
your overall caffeine intake.
And it's going to lead to dehydration.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors. I mean, it's not good, but it's better than other things.
Yeah. And it's one of those things as well. Like, you're a big fan of Coke Zero or Coke No Sugar, whatever the fuck they call it these days. Call it now? Diet Coke, Pepsi Max.
But also, it's all to do in moderation.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're having 600 ml on a Saturday night with your meal you're having on a Saturday night with your mates, it's not going to hurt. You're sitting there drinking 2 litres a day of Coke Zero, it's probably not great for you.
Or 7 Monsters a day, like Shane Bromé. Probably not the best.
No.
Adam Vegeta, no, we're skipping that question because it wasn't actually a question. I'll read it anyway, fuck it. Adam Vegeta Flex for Fitness, Adam from Worthington in the UK. We keep hearing about this physique and how it got lean and Nevos, but my friend, poses speak louder than words.
Bodybuilders pose, I'm not a bodybuilder.
Just hit us a bicep real quick. Just pop one. Just get, here, look at this. Look at this, Adam. Look at that. That's 100% Australian meat right there.
I'm not a bodybuilder, so I don't pose.
Wes Hale. What's up, motherfuckers? From Roanoke, Virginia. VA is Virginia, I believe. Wes in the US of A.
See, I always get fucked up because I think it's like Vancouver.
Vancouver's in Canada, you fuck.
Yeah, I know. But
it's not even the same country.
Well, it doesn't say USA there, does it?
Well, VA is, everyone knows that like the 2 symbol is like USA states.
Well, what about SA? That's South Australia, that's 2 states.
And
we're
it's
in
also
Australia.
South Africa. Forgot my countries.
Mind blown.
All right, anyway, Wes from the Roanoke, Virginia, USA. I'm prepping for my first physique competition after converting from powerlifting. My current plan is to do a show in my hometown 5 minutes from my house. There is another show available 3 weeks later, but it's 2.5 hours out of town. My first prep will be shorter than I would have wanted to do the show in town. My question is, does getting to sleep in your own bed and removing the stress of traveling make up for a shorter prep time? Thoughts, opinions? I think you're giving that shit way too much thought, Wes.
Yeah.
Do both shows, man. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think sleeping in your own bed's probably the least of your worries.
Yeah, definitely.
A bed's a bed as long as you're closing your eyes.
As long as you're getting sleep. I don't really know where you're going with that question, Wes, but if you're trying to figure out whether you should do that second show, 3 weeks later, considering that you haven't prepped for as long as you'd want to have prepped for, you're going to get 3 extra weeks of prep, get in better shape, and it's only 2.5 hours out of town, fuck it, do the show.
And especially since it's your first show, the first one. I mean, you're going to be nervous as shit, obviously.
Yeah.
Your posing is probably not going to be 100. Your stage presence probably isn't going to be 100 because it's the first time you've been up there.
Yeah.
So get the nerves out of the way. Give yourself that extra 3 weeks to diet and get into that shape that you really want to get to.
Yeah.
Use the first one as a trial run. See peak week, all those kind of things that you've never done before.
Yeah.
You'll know what to do better next time.
Yeah.
Make those changes and then,
give it another shot in 3 weeks.
Especially if you've dieted for 12, 16, 20 weeks. Like, why just spend 10 minutes on stage? Like, if you're lean enough, you may as well do a couple shows.
Matt Barnes. Hey guys, Matt from Wagga Wagga, New South Wales, Australia. My goal is to have a physique where I put on some lean muscle but have fairly narrow hips and be quite lean. When I do squats and deadlift, I feel my form is pretty solid, but I can feel my hips and muscles around them getting bulkier as a result. Is it better to leave these exercises altogether? Joe, I notice you don't do too much squats and deads in your in the gym videos. Is that to do with competing in men's physique and having a thin waist? Thanks very much, guys.
I'll work backwards.
Yep.
And yeah, Joe doesn't squat or deadlift the whole. You used to squat a fair bit, but not as much anymore. Like you used to.
I still squat.
Not like you.
Just not as heavy as I used to. I don't deadlift at all.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely. I mean, especially all your core, all your lower back.
Yeah.
Your lower back, your core, your everything, your obliques, everything's gonna thicken up by doing heavy deads and squats.
Of course it is. It'd be like saying, you know, your chest is going to thicken up from doing chest, from training chest.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Muscles grow.
So, but that's the same as anything. If you're doing like real heavy leg press, if you're putting 500 kilos on a leg press and repping it out, you have to brace. You try doing that without bracing your core.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still bracing your core. So it's more to do, about weight, but also your choice of exercises. And especially stuff like squats. I mean, squats are the big mass builder for legs. Leg press are the big mass builder for legs.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is they're bringing in your glutes, they're bringing in your hamstrings. So of course your hips and those kind of things are going to get wider.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to make your hips wider,
Yeah.
but they're going to put muscle on your glutes.
Yeah.
And your hammies and everywhere. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But then you've got guys who can squat, 300 kilos.
Yeah.
And have tiny waists.
Yeah.
Because just genetically,
it's just all up to genetics.
It is what it is. There's a fine line, Matt. I can give you, some anecdotal evidence. Last year I did Big Neve Movement's top secret strength program. So I was squatting heavy every week, deadlifting heavy every week. And what I found when I got on stage last year is that my waist was thicker than it was the year before, significantly. So this year, or since that comp, so over the last 12 months, I got rid of deadlifts altogether. So I don't deadlift. I do stiff leg deads, but I don't do conventional deadlifts for lower back at all. And when I squat lighter weight for more reps. So still, doing the same amount of work, but just not as heavy. So I'm not having to brace my core as hard. Same with leg press. I don't leg press heavy that much anymore either. And I've noticed, like, if I compare where I am now in my contest prep to the exact same point last year, my waist is about an inch smaller already. So there's a definite, for me personally, a definite correlation between doing those big, heavy compound movements and the thickness through my waist.
The other thing,
not saying that yours will be the same, I'm just giving my personal.
The other thing for me is because my obliques and my lower back and my abs are so well developed, because I have a very thick core.
Yeah.
If I do anything, like even at F45, if I go and do like bike sit-ups, or if I go and do like a plank, or if I go and do like exercise ball, like feet crunches sort of things where you bring your feet in. Yeah. Like my midsection gets jacked. Yeah. Like it actually, like it's like I've trained biceps.
You
like
turn into a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
But it gets pumped. Yeah. And I mean, but that's the thing, is because I have that balance base there now. Yeah. Whatever I do just fucking keeps adding to it. So I mean, with me personally, even if I'm not deadlifting or squatting, even all these other exercises are still jacking my core up. So
yeah. Billy Marcus TV. What's up, guys? It's Billy coming to you from 742 Evergreen Terrace, Springfield. Is that where the Simpsons live? I'm pretty sure it is. He must be a Simpson then. US of A. Hey boys, how's it going? I'm 22 years old, currently bulking right now, and I'm considering taking a natural test booster. I've taken the core hormone stack in the past on a cut and didn't really notice any more fat loss than usual. Question is, am I old enough to take a test booster, and would I benefit from it more now that I'm trying to make some serious gains?
Yeah, I mean, 22 is still pretty young.
Yeah.
You're not going to be getting maximum effects compared to someone like Joe or myself who are like around 30.
Yeah.
That being said as well, in terms of fat loss, I mean, the main role is increased testosterone, which is sort of muscle growth.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, increased testosterone is going to...
it's going to help you maintain muscle mass.
Maintain muscle, but it's the main result that you experience from a test booster isn't increased fat loss.
No.
Like that shouldn't be your...
That's what you get from caloric deficit.
That shouldn't be your measuring stick for whether a test booster worked or not, is your level of leanness.
Yeah.
So definitely it's going to help in increasing muscle and building muscle.
Yeah.
And as Joe said, when you're in a calorie deficit, maintaining muscle.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, it's sort of hard to tell whether it did work for you or not, because I wouldn't be judging your body fat percentage as a measuring stick for if it worked or not.
Billy, this is what you need to do, man. You need to go to your local GP, your doctor, and you need to say, Doc, I want to get my bloods done and I want to measure my testosterone, my free testosterone, I want a full hormonal profile. Go get your bloods done, get them back. If you are towards the lower range of testosterone and free testosterone, then yeah, taking a natural test booster is going to do something for you. If you're in the middle range or the upper range, naturally, of where you should be with testosterone and free testosterone, taking a natural test booster is going to do fucking nothing. That's what you have to do. You need the information firstly to see where your natural test production is at, and then you need to make a judgment call based on where you currently sit as to whether a natural test booster is going to help you get to that upper range or not. Simple.
Yeah.
And that's the best way. And then get your bloods done again and see if your test levels change. That's the best way. Testosterone boosters boost testosterone, believe it or not. So the best way to distinguish if a test booster works for you is to get your bloods done, measure your test before, measure your test after, and see what the fucking change is. Isn't it?
Yeah.
For real. Jackson Channon. Hey boys, Jackson here from Muswell Brook, New South Wales. So at the moment I have a broken hand, so it's out of action till September. What should I do with my weight training? I can still do legs and one arm exercises, obviously with the not broken hand arm. I'm not doing the one arm exercises very often, and it's only light and only a few sets of each. Will this cause muscle imbalances? Should I stop doing these altogether till I can use both hands?
Obviously, yeah, I'd be doing legs if you're still fine to do legs.
Fuck yeah.
Me personally, I wouldn't waste my time doing single arm stuff.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Jackson, just train legs, brother, until that hand is better.
I'd be hitting legs Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like hitting 3 days worth of legs.
Yeah.
Do just other hit stuff, like just change it up. It's a good chance just to shock your body.
Yeah,
I mean,
do some different shit.
I mean, if you're like most guys and most of us who hit upper body 5 days a week, legs once a week, and maybe go for a walk on the other day. I mean, if you're switching that up and you're doing 3 days worth of 3 days worth of leg training, and then on the other 2 days you're putting a fucking harness around your waist and putting a weighted vest, like weighted sled behind you and pulling that along and doing all, you just have fun with your training for a while.
Yeah, it's only going to be, how long does the hand take? Broken hand, like 6 weeks?
So, I don't know, yeah, something like that. Yeah. So,
no, it's
I mean, just change up. I mean, it's if anything, it's going to just let any little niggling other injuries from your upper body repair, and yeah, it'll give you a good chance to really probably give the legs the attention they deserve. So.
Yeah. Devin Foley. Typing to you guys from San Jose, California, USA. Welcome back, Neve.
Thank you.
My question is related to how business operates in Australia. Ooh, a business question. Are companies like MassiveJoes required by the government to provide paid time off or leave/holiday to all employees, or is each company allowed to make its own policy when it comes to providing leave and holiday? Thank you.
Yeah, by law you get a certain amount of like leave, holiday leave, and a certain amount.
You get 4
it's like
weeks
4 weeks off a year.
So 4 weeks off.
But you also get allowance for sick leave and carers leave.
Fuck, I should know how this works. I don't, because we have a HR department that takes care of this. But I know that our employees can't work more than 38.5 hours a week. That's like your maximum amount of time. So that effectively means 5 days.
Yeah.
7.5 hours a day for 5 days. And then on top of that, so you get weekends off. And then on top of that, you get, well, if not weekends, 2 days a week off. And then on top of that, you get 4 weeks of paid leave a year.
Yeah.
Then you get how many sick days?
I don't know how many sick
And then
days
you
it
get
is.
compassionate days as well or some shit.
I think,
Or
I don't know
stress
if that
days
comes
or
under
some
this.
bullshit.
I know you can like carers leave and there's sick leave and there's...
Yeah. There's the, Australia, the labour laws in Australia are probably the most generous of most countries, I would say. Like you get a lot of paid time off. I don't. I get no paid time off.
That's you have to have a name on the building.
That's right.
But it depends as well on, I mean, I guess it depends on what the business is.
Yeah.
I mean, somewhere like here at MassiveJoes where it's so busy and there's so much to do, and if one person leaves, it kind of does have a bit of an effect on the rest of the business in most regards. So the thing is it's almost easier to not take time off sometimes than it is to take those 4 weeks off a year.
That's true.
Because 4 weeks off a year is a fucking whole month. I mean, it's a lot of time, which is great, but in terms of business and getting shit done and the whole streamlining the process and those kind of things, it is a long time. Whereas someone like my dad, who works for a big chain of stores, they make him take time off. Like they actually go and book him in, or no, you've got too much holidays, you've got to take from this date to this date off, and no ifs, ands or buts. So I guess it also depends on the implementing of that, depending on the business that it is, I guess. I mean, if you've got a small business like MassiveJoes where you've got 10 employees here at HQ and 20 odd retail staff, it's going to be different than somewhere like a Coles or Kmart who has 100, 200 employees at a store. So.
But yeah, to answer your question, Devin, it's completely government regulated and companies cannot make their own policy. You have to go by what is legal. Richie. Hey guys, Richie from North Carolina, US of A. Why are there so many names for the same ingredients used on labels? Like ashwagandha will sometimes have many different names and forms. How can the consumer tell if they're getting the right version extracted the right way? For example, I've heard people say certain forms of fenugreek is not as good for testosterone or needs to be from the root and not the seed. Also, will you ever consider doing a live streaming version of the Supplement Simplified seminar? Sorry for the long question and stay massive.
Probably one for you, you're writing the different names.
Because companies are pricks, Richie, and they tend to want to confuse consumers more than give them information. That's why we do things like raw reviews and Supplement Simplified seminars and all of these information-based things, is to try and cut through the bullshit and give you guys the actual information that you want. The fact of the matter is a lot of ingredients do have alternate names. You know, you can call an ingredient one thing and then there's a chemical name and then there's a scientific name and then there's like a general name and then there's different extracts extracted to different percentages and that'll yield a certain percent of a particular active ingredient. And then you can extract from plants, you can extract from leaf, you can extract from seed, you can extract from root. You know, there's a lot of different manufacturing methods, and that's really why it is that, because it is what it is. Really, I don't really have an answer for why as such. It just is what it is. Will you ever consider doing a live streaming version of the Supplement Simplified seminar? No, probably not.
Then people won't need to come anymore.
Yeah, it'd defeat the purpose of running the fucking seminars. We may as well just do a video. We might do a video. Could be a good idea. D Walker Fitness. Hey guys, I have met you both in the UK and I have one question. I am opening a gym and would like to know if you have any tips or one tip you would recommend to make it a success. D Walker from the UK. One tip each, let's go. Only one. One tip.
One tip is find a point of difference.
Oh, I was going to say the same thing, now I've got to come up with some other shit.
Frack. But I mean, I guess that's like with every business model though, is how are you going to be better than the dude that's 5 minutes down the road from you?
All right, my one tip would be to make it a community. Yep. Make people, you got to give people, the thing is, man, like you have to give people a reason to want to come back to the gym that's not related to training. So I feel like if you can make it a community, if you can get a community feel where everyone knows each other, the owners know all the members know all the owners, and it's more of like, you know, it's that third place.
Yeah.
You know, have you heard the third place theory? How people need the third place. The first place is home, the second place is work, and people need that third place that they go to. Make it that third place.
Because I want to embark on, or whatever the word is.
Embark would be the correct.
Whatever. But I've been to like, only because I've trained at the same gyms in Adelaide, like be all and end all. Anytime Fitness has no fucking community.
No.
So let's just scrap that. So same with like Good Life. That's the thing, is Good Life's, Anytimes, those kind of gyms don't have that community feel that Joe's speaking of. Something like F45, where I've been to lately, and even let's say like CrossFit communities, CrossFit gyms do it extremely well.
Very well.
But F45 gyms, I've trained at 4 over the last 9 odd months. And the difference in the ownership is ridiculous. And the way that they make their members feel.
Are you saying the difference between the F45s?
Yeah. Like because they're all independently owned, they're all franchises. So and there's a massive difference between one where you walk into and the owners come up and shake your hand and say hello and know about you, ask how your weekend was, or they'll ask you a question and remember, and then 2 days later they'll ask you follow up with that, and then all the members get together and all the members are hanging out and kicking a soccer ball around or whatever before the class starts. And so the owners are creating that vibe and speaking to all the members and getting them and doing group events, like going out to do a hill walk or going out and doing bowling or going out for dinner or going out for an end of season thing or 8-week challenge kind of thing. And then I've been to other ones when you walk in and everyone walks in with their head down, no one says anything. It's like a church. Nobody's talking to each other. The owners don't remember their names.
Probably don't even lift.
Don't come up and speak to you. So I mean, there's a massive difference, and because of that, I mean, I lasted 2 months at one of those F45s because of that environment. So and it definitely does make members want to come back and train. And it's the third place, man. As Joe said, it makes you look forward to going to train rather than, oh fuck, I have to go back there again. And when it's cold, wet, wintry morning, sometimes people need a reason to get out of bed.
Speaking of reasons to get out of bed. Last question!
Or get into bed, depending on who you are.
Barney's back! Barney Ong! You say get into bed?
Barney will make some people want to get into bed.
No shit. What's good, Neve? I trust your tax return this year was generous. If those of you who don't know as well, Barney's from Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Just throw that up on the map there, Dylan. I hope your tax return this year was generous. Was it generous?
Yeah, it was good. Well, did I say this last time that Barney helped me with my tax return?
You did, yeah, that's why. Yeah. And Joe, once again, for all fuck's sake, I'm from Malaysia, not China, not Thailand, not North Korea. Listen here, Barney. So long as you've got the last question, you'll be from where I tell you you're from. I just said you're from Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Well, that's where you live at the moment. So far as where you've come from, we're not 100% sure. All right, guys, on to my question this week. I recently took a 2-week break off lifting on my holidays and upon returning went right back into lifting the same regime, fueled by excitement and cracking. I noticed a significant drop in strength after this break. On my second day back, I pulled a lat muscle. Fuck!
Oh, Barney.
After a back day, which set me back even more. It's understandable that most guys would want to get right back into the same regime that they were doing before a break, but is not necessarily the case. What would be your advice for someone starting back up in the gym after a few weeks or months off to avoid injuries? I love it when Barney gives us like his own, he like calls on his own personal experience and then like develops a question from it.
Well, he's very well
spoken.
The thing that I've always done,
you're a fucking legend, Barney.
The thing that I've always done whenever I've been away or have had like a few days off is because haven't trained. And this
Can you stop doing that with that fucking piece of paper?
This is different to how I train now because now I do push-pull legs. But when I've had a time off and I've had like 5 days off or something, and because that time I used to do bro splits anyway. So I mean, I'd miss doing my chest. I miss doing every muscle group pretty much. So one day back, I used to go in and I used to hit like a full upper body pump workout almost. Or like a push pump workout or a pull pump workout, just very light, but get a good pump. And I think that was the way to go about it because you just getting every muscle firing again and you're not going too heavy or going into like a strength type workout where you're going to test shit. So you're just getting a pump and getting all those muscles moving again. So that's my advice, is take it easy. Go in and do a bit more of a bit more of a complete workout, a bit more of an upper body workout or a lower body workout, nice and light, get a pump and go from there. I
think it's literally the worst thing you can do, Barney, is take time off and then go straight back into the exact same high intensity workout regime you had before you took that time off. You got to ease back into it, man. You gotta ease back into it.
Yeah.
Slowly, start lighter, work back up. It won't take you that much time to, if you take 2 weeks off, it'll probably take you 2 weeks to get back to where you were. So it's not that big a period of time, but if you go straight back to where you left off, you're gonna do something like you did and injure yourself.
Yeah.
And then you're out for a long time.
Yeah.
Fucked. Big Neve boss, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on, both on your mobile and your desktop PC, so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube video. Guys, if you like this video, make sure you like this video. Throw down a comment. We're open, once again, for more Ask Neve questions for next week, so make sure you hashtag AskNeve. Don't forget to tell us where you're from and ask your question, and spread the love. Share this video around, spread the love on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Until next week, where we come to and from Neve.
MassiveJoes.com.